welcome to Teleislas News, the most relevant and important news of the day.
By decision of a judge of procedural safeguards of San Andres, Heider Rafael Perez Mendoza and John Cristobal Torres Collazo were charged with preventive security measures in a prison. The decision comes after the implicated were charged by the prosecutor's office as allegedly responsible for the crimes of homicide in heterogeneous concurrence with the manufacture, carrying, or possession of firearms.
The investigative facts happened last March 3rd in the sector of Manguitos, the Guineahen neighborhood of San Andres Island. The community alerted the authorities about the aggression of Perez Mendoza against Steven Leonidas Martinez Garcia. According to the testimonies gathered, Perez was riding a passenger on a motorcycle ridden by Torres Collazo, who upon noticing the presence of Martinez approached him so that Perez Mendoza apparently shot him, causing his death.
The members of the police pursued the implicated persons and captured them, and they were brought to the Court of Justice. After hearing the charges against them, none of those implicated accepted their responsibility to the charges.
According to the sectional direction of the prosecutor's office, with this, the entity seeks to demonstrate that it speaks with results. Likewise, the National Policing Department announced the capture of a citizen for the crime of aggravated domestic violence. The man was required by a court order by the Municipal Criminal Promiscuous Court of the island of Providence. According to the investigation, the citizen is linked to the events of February 13 of 2020 year, where a woman was injured in the sector of Guineahen. Reason for the capture of 30-year-old man from the island.
And to preserve the mental health of the population deprived of liberty, the national government authorized the reactivation of visits to prisons.
Through External Circular 021 of 2021, the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Justice authorized the partial reopening of visit of spouses and relatives of the population deprived of their liberty. According to the ministerial portfolios, the decision was taken particularly in view of the reduction of speed of the transmission of COVID-19 at the national level. From this moment on, IMPEC and the health secretaries of each department will determine the condition for the reactivation, taking into account the epidemiological situation in the territory. This journalistic host will be attentive to know how will be the deploy of logistics for the access of visitors, biosecurity protocols, capacity control, and to know the first reaction of the families who have not been able to see their relatives since last year when access to prison was cancelled due to the high rate of infection in the country. It should be noted that this population group is part of the Stage 4 of the National Vaccination Plan.
And for those who are interested in pursuing a postgraduate degree, whether a diploma, master's, or doctorate, we inform you that from tomorrow, March 16 until March 21st, the National Postgraduate Fair will be available.
With the participation of more than 35 institutions, the National Postgraduate Fair is now open, where those interested will be able to enjoy a wide range of specializations in their career or in the area of their preference.
La Feria Nacional de Posgrado se va a llevar a cabo.
The National Postgraduate Fair will take place from March 16 through the 21st on a 100% digital platform. We have the participation of more than 35 educational institutions where you will be able to learn about postgraduate educational offers such as specializations, master's degrees, doctorates, and the whole topic of continuing education through diploma courses or specialized courses. We even have specialized courses or certifications in English, and we have the participation of a banking entity in case you need any financing or help.
On the other side, the organizer of the Latam Forum announced that in addition to the postgraduate offering, there will be open conferences, halls, and workshops.
We're going to have a space with an agenda of workshops, conferences, and we're going to have 3 conference rooms simultaneously so that you can learn about the latest trends in postgraduate education in a pandemic, what is coming post-pandemic, and what the challenges are.
The conferences are scheduled from Tuesday to Friday from 10 in the morning to 7 p.m., but the proceedings will be posted in the video library of the website. The event is completely free and is aimed at people who have already completed their undergraduate studies and are interested in strengthening their academic training. You can enter through www.ferianacionaldeposgrados.com.
The support to the archipelago after the passage of Hurricane Iota continues. This time, artists from around the world joined through a great raffle to support the victims.
It is the event La Esperanza Florece, or Hope Blossoms, which is an initiative of the Pro Archipelago Foundation, Give to Colombia, Antioquia Presence Corporation, Tamarind Foundation, and Free Providence, will join with Colombian personalities and celebrities in a virtual raffle. The event, which will take place on March 25th of 2021, seeks to raise funds to contribute to the reconstruction of Old Providence. The prizes include, among many others, 2 pairs of tennis shoes signed by singer J Balvin from his own collection, a vinyl signed by Nicky Jam, a stand-up Providence t-shirt signed by Maluma, and 5 Spirit Airlines tickets, among others.
Estamos muy felices de poder compartir con ustedes esta gran rifa internacional llamada La Esperanza Florece.
We are very happy to share with you this international raffle called La Esperanza Florece, translated Hope Flourishes, with the support of the Embassy of Colombia, Corporación Antioquia Presente, and Free Providence. We have joined to bring together more than 10 artists between actors, singers, athletes, who will donate items from their own collections, such as the signed tennis shoes of J Balvin and the signed golf bag of Camila Villegas.
Of what specific items will benefit from this great event, the spokesperson tells us.
Nuestra esperanza y lo que queremos hacer.
Our hope and what we want to do is to raise funds for Old Providence and Santa Catalina. So for us, it is gratifying to be able to contribute to help build a community center on this island and to raise funds for the native lodges and their reconstruction.
Tickets will be on sale from March 10 through March 25th of 2021 on the Rally Up platform. The link can be found on the Instagram accounts of Stand Up Providence and Pro Archipelago, and the cost is $20 per ticket.
Now we continue with all the information from our sister island of Old Providence. This past weekend, the governor, the mayor, the Fishermen's Federation, and the community in general met in what remains of the Fishermen's Cooperative to talk about the construction of the Coast Guard station.
In a meeting held this past Saturday, the interim governor Alan Jay and Mayor Jorge Norberto Gari met with fishermen and the different members of the peaceful protest against the construction of the Coast Guard station in Old Town. During the meeting, the governor supported the arguments of the mayor's office for suspending the construction.
The alcalde got right when they suspend the construction. Because first, no got license. And second, the alcalde no got one instrument that can permit him to give permission to the construction when they want it. Because in the esquema of ordenamiento territorial, no include.
The authorities committed themselves to review the permits obtained for the construction and their legal scope.
The law said in the municipality side, and in that sense, around 100% with the governor. Because when I take possession, I swear that we was going to comply with the law and the constitution. And so the law is the esquema de ordenamiento territorial, and we have to make it be compliant.
On the other hand, the fishermen decided not to leave the place until they see tangible results.
They was here and they said they're going to support we 100% because we the path we right. Because them have no right to come and block me off. You understand? And we have international support, national support for people them, and we self here and we stay here till they move.
We get a lot of good answer from them. I hope that the day of tomorrow they will respond to what they had told us.
This Friday, fishermen and authorities will meet once again.
And this weekend on the island of Old Providence, the third session of attention for pets after the passage of Iota took place.
A new primary care session for animals in the municipality took place this weekend, led by Foundation's Animal Heart Island, PetSci, and the support of the Social Action Branch of the Navy. The canines and felines receive attention in deworming, vaccination, treatment of disease, and wound healing. They also receive food, medication, including antibiotics, flea and tick control, multivitamins, managed control, and anti-inflammatories.
The objective of this session today is to impact the population of Old Providence with the Animals Heart Foundation from San Andres, PetSci, and the National Navy with their Subacción Social Naval Branch, bringing groceries for the population and doing veterinary care.
This completes the third session of attention for dogs and cats in the municipality.
Primero que todo, gracias, ¿cierto?
First of all, thanks to the Navy and the director for the attention and the work they are doing with our animals. We are grateful and glad that they were here helping us with our pets. 1,000 thanks to you.
This group of volunteers, composed of doctors and veterinarians, arrived to the island transported by the Navy, which provided support to evacuate to San Andres several pets that were in delicate health condition, which will be assessed and treated and then be given up for adoption.
And now we continue with all the cultural news of our department. With the aim of raising awareness of the immigration process in the region, the Bank of the Republic held a seminary on the diaspora in the Greater Caribbean.
The Bank of the Republic will hold Wednesday 17 and Thursday 18 the virtual seminar Migration and Historical Diasporas in the Greater Caribbean, showed the Facebook account of the entity. In this space, several experts will talk about the historical mobilization of populations in the Greater Caribbean and its influence on the archipelago of San Andres.
We want got this Wednesday and this Thursday one seminary about migration and the diaspora of the Caribbean. The importance of this event is because we are talking about the different movement of the people of the Caribbean and the inhabitants of the Caribbean. We will have experts about talking, or academics talking about this topic in general about immigration, and talk about the diaspora of the Chinese people who come in the island, and the Arab who come also to the island, and the importance is to analyze how the movement affect positive and negative the island in general.
The virtual seminar counts with the participation of international exponents that will talk about the process of labor migrations of both the archipelago and Central America, as well as the movement of political refugees in the region.
And today it was announced that the Rizal model IKimberly Hooker will represent the country in an international beauty pageant.
The former Miss San Andres Providence Anqueclina IKimberly Hooker was named Miss Charm Colombia 2021 and will travel in October to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam to participate in the third edition of this beauty pageant, which returns after 31 years of absence. Candidates from more than 50 countries and autonomous territories will compete for the title and the international crown. Hooker has a long history in the world of modeling and beauty pageants. In 2016, she participated in the intermunicipal beauty pageant of La Ciruela in the municipality of Campeche Atlántico, in which she won first place. The same year, she participated in the Miss Islands pageant in San Andres, representing the sector of Hill, a contest in which she also occupied the first place. 2019, she arrived at the National Beauty Pageant in Cartagena, representing the archipelago, where she became one of the great favorites of the public but failed to take the crown. This is the first time that Hooker will represent the islands and the country in an international pageant.
And at this time, we continue with the weather forecast. The weather forecast for tomorrow, 16th of March. In the coastal area of the archipelago, the sky will be partly cloudy. Temperature will be 29 degrees Celsius with winds from the northeast direction with intensities of 23 km per hour. Humidity forecast will be of 70% and probability of precipitation 20%.